Going on, everyone? We've got two new cards to discuss today, and first up we've got a new black spell, which is Gluttony of Albert. It's a 6 cost, and it has a regular effect and then a fort burst effect. So its regular effect is choose an opposing fort and destroy all creatures at that fort. So it's very similar to All Guns Blazing, and it's essentially the same thing, just in black form. So the ability has been adopted for the black deck. So while blue focuses on putting the opponent's creatures to rest, the black cards that we've seen have been focusing on destroying creatures. So I wonder if all the colors are going to get a card that's similar to this, but this has done a very good job of capturing what the black deck actually does. But this does destroy all creatures at that fort, so it is similar to Pyroblast in the fact that it targets the fort and not the creatures. So that big green dragon that we saw earlier, Terrax, the one that can't be targeted by card effects, that would still die to this because this spell targets the fort, not the creature. So this is one of the ways that you can get over such a powerful card such as Terrax. But it is a 6 cost, so it is pretty high to play, which means it's not going to be played early game and will probably just be played as a game ender. But anyway, its fort burst effect is put this card into the discard pile, choose an opposing creature, and destroy it. So this fort burst effect would not be able to destroy Terrax because it targets the creature. And then one other thing to note when comparing it to All Guns Blazing is that you don't get to draw a card off of this, which I feel like that does kind of make up for how powerful this spell is, because your opponent is actually losing that creature, not just having to get put to rest like All Guns Blazing. So I do think this card is more powerful when used the right way. Essentially, going against a red deck, it might not be as great, because if you're destroying Goblin or Sarg or anything that triggers upon being destroyed, your opponent's going to get those effects. This spell is also able to trigger Ravian and Bloodsent Arachnid, unlike All Guns Blazing, where it's just essentially a free turn of attacking for you. So there are pros and cons to both cards, and either way, I think both of them are worth running in their respective decks. So, anyways, moving on to the next one, we have Elven Farstriker, which was a promo back during the demo deck sessions, not the ones that are starting tomorrow, I believe. But we finally get to see its effect, which is kind of exciting. But it's a 4 green cost creature with 2 attack and 3 endurance. And the effect is for each of your non-green creatures, this creature gets +1/+1. So you can only have a max of 6 creatures. So including this one, you could have 5 other creatures of a different color and essentially get this card to be a 7/8, which is pretty powerful. So I don't really see much use out of boosting her up that high, aside from breaking a Drago Shield. But this is still a pretty awesome card. You could probably play it defensively, like Sunscale Dragon, where it has 7 endurance or 8 if it's Drago Crossed, and it essentially just saves one of your barriers from being destroyed, while staying alive to be able to be used again and again. So I think this would have a similar purpose, boosting it up by playing other creatures and then using her to defend. As even if you have 2 creatures, it has 5 endurance, and that's still pretty high for what we've been seeing. So I do really like this card. I like both of them actually. They're both pretty strong. This one is a rare in this set, while this one is an uncommon. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about these cards down below. Which do you prefer? Do you like Gluttony of Albert more than All Guns Blazing, or do you prefer the blue spell? And also be sure to check out Dragoracle and the Facebook page. Links to both of those are down below. We did finally hit 900 members, so Next up, we're going to try to hit 1,000, so make sure to join the page and help us hit our goal. And as always, thanks for watching.